Okay. So my garden has been growing, but I've been having some issues. I planted a few things that didn't work out. Like for instance, in here, I started putting some broccoli. It didn't come out. I think my soil is not so good. As you can see, this soil is pretty good soil. It's got some good additives in it, but it's very chunky. And I think it's not good for my starting seeds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to transplant something in here to see if it'll grow better. Same thing with here. In this one, we had some vincas that were planted, but they didn't do good. And I think the problem with this was that it was too cold for the vincas when we first put them in here. So they pretty much shriveled up and died. So let's take that one out. And we're going to try to transplant something. So let's see. Now, keep in mind, I've never grown a garden before. This is my first time gardening anything. So I'm learning, and I'm hoping that I can get suggestions from many of you seasoned gardeners out there who know better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this out. Because my soil is so chunky and it is a little bit hard, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this out for right now, and I'm going to mix in some perlite. Now here I just got this big roll perlite. I'm sorry that you can't see too good. My setup, I'm working on that as well. I'm not used to filming while I do things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little perlite. It already had some from when it came in, but I think it needs more because it's still a little packed. So I'm going to throw in a little perlite in there. And hopefully this will help get it a little looser in there. There. That should be okay. I'm also going to throw in a little water because this is a little dry. I don't want too much water. I don't want it going all over my table, which it already is. I'm good like that, spilling. So let's see. It's a little bit wet. A little perlite. Just get this a little wetter. It's good to start. Now I'll water these once I get them outside into the porch, which is where I garden, and I'll give you a show of that once we get there. But for right now, I think this is good for a transplant. Now, I think I want to put some tiny Tims in here that I've been growing. Let's see. This one is... What are these? These are my tiny Tims. So because, as you can see, this is kind of a tall Taco Bell cup. My tiny Tims are here on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out here carefully, not to disrupt them too much. I don't want to wreck them. Just lift them up a little bit. Invert it in here. Get them. There we go. Carefully. these a little bit sideways too, because with tomatoes, from what I've learned, if you bury the stem a little bit, it'll shoot out extra roots, because these stems have a lot of little hairs in them, and all these little hairs are potential for roots. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these a little deep in here, and I hope you can see this. So hopefully I can get some nice root development. I hope I'm not killing these. A little more dirt there. Hold that up. There we go. Now the other issue that I have on my porch is that it's screened in, and there's so many trees outside the window that I don't get a whole lot of sun like I would like. I get a little morning sun, but I just don't know if it's enough. So I think I'm going to have to throw in some grow lights, install some grow lights out there, so that my plants can get additional lighting, because I don't think the sun that I'm getting is going to be enough. So let's see, for now, this is, I think, going to be okay. There. Still a little bit of water up on top. I don't want it dripping. I'll throw more water in. I'll water them really good once I get them out on the porch, and I can let the water run out just a little bit. Just want the top to be a little wet. Okay, and these are my tiny Tims. Let's put the label back in there. And I pray to God that these come out good and that they grow. So, that's my first plant for today. Okay, second plant that I'm going to try to grow now, it's going to be some parsley. So again, I'm going to put a little bit of the perlite in here. I'm going to put my gloves back on. I already have a whole bunch of dirt in my nails, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I got the gloves, might as well use them. Alright, so let's see, let's get this mixed in here. Boy, I made a mess with this dirt all over my floor. Okay, this is nice in here. Okay, water. Here are my parsley. Actually, let's see. Maybe I can just loosen this up a little bit this way. I don't need this whole cup full of dirt to go in there. I just want, oh, there we go. Nice clump. See, the roots didn't even go all the way down. I do have some nice roots in here. See? Oh boy, they're getting tangled now. What am I going to do here? Let's see. my parsley's looking a little dry. Oh, parsley, don't fail me now. Come on. A little entangled. There you go. This one, I want it this way. Oh, my parsley. Come on, parsley. I don't want to lose you. It took me so long to grow you here. You know, I have a really hard time with these clumpy gloves, too. Sometimes it's better to garden without them. I can't tell when I'm holding the plant a little too hard. Oh boy, this is gonna be, you know what? Let's take these off. Already got my hands dirty anyway. Okay, parsley, here we go. There you go. There we go. And let's see here. I'm hoping this parsley is going to be a little more resilient than I think, so that these ones that didn't get crushed down will still grow nice. Now, because I have that that trouble with my light at my porch, my plants grow leggy, which is bad, but I can't help it right now. So I'm trying not to grow too many things right now. I mean, I started wanting to grow a whole bunch of things, but now I don't want to grow so much just because I want to wait until I can get better lighting out there, so that I don't keep growing these leggy plants. Now, all of these were started from seed. The Tiny Tims, this parsley, and every other plant that I have out there, except for the vincas, were all grown from seed. And they grew. They're just a little leggy because of the lack of sun. That's good for now. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these out to the porch, and then I'll give you the tour. I'll show you what I've got so far, and we'll have to do some more gardening later on when I can do it from the porch, because it's not good for me to be doing this here in my dining room table. I've got water all over my table and mess all over my floor. It's not easy for me to clean, so let's go ahead and get this out there, and I'll get my plants situated, and I'll go take you along when I water. So see you in a bit.